Good morning, everyone. It's Emily here from Phoenix Gateway. How are we going today? A new week, beautiful day here in Melbourne, Australia. And I am actually bringing to you a general weekly read for September 5th to the 11th. Before we get into it, I just want to just talk about my high vibrational elixirs. So these have been created. They're a water frequency for you to ingest, but there are other ways in which you can work with them. You can get all details off my website, www.phoenixgateway.com.au, and on the home page there is a PDF you can download on the elixirs. But these elixirs have been created to nurture, balance and heal mind, body and soul. They can be used in so many different ways. Yes, they are able to be ingested. Any other information, homepage of my website, www.phoenixgateway.com.au. And I've already used the Blue Lotus today because I'm just feeling the need for calm, a little bit more insight. So when I got into just sitting with the frequency of this, or the energies of this week, what I got, the words coming to my head were mind power. The words following that were gaslighting, and I think it is really, really important to be mindful of the people you may run into this week, things that are being said to you. It's not just on a personal level though. This is also something I think on a global level, and it may be that we're going to see a lot of information coming out, but there will be a lot of gaslighting going on, and it will all be about that psychological manipulation, that mind control. And I think this is, I know this is where it's so imperative to be really, really mindful of everything that's going on around you and use discernment, because it's going to be really, really necessary this week. There's just been so much damage too that's already been done on a global level that, now is the time to really, decide, do I keep watching any news, or do I turn it off? Do I go with my inner gut? What is it telling me? Because, our gut is the GPS of our soul, and you're going to get more accuracy listening to yourself, listen to your higher self, than you are getting information off the off the news. Although more and more right now, there's a lot more information that is coming out for in terms of truth. So I'm going to be working with my Sacred Geometry Healing cards. I did want to just bring that through because it's what's coming through for me. And it's really, really important to see. The other thing is, be mindful of what triggers you, what makes you angry. I have to say, I'm probably a very impatient driver. That's probably the biggest thing for me that causes me a little bit of anger every now and then. That's my honesty, But a beautiful thing someone said to me once is, when we actually feel that emotion coming up, and emotion is energy and flow. If you've got a band, or even just a rubber band that you put in your hair, wear a hair tie, you could put it around your wrist, and every time you become aware of an anger, or you find yourself swearing, or impatience, whatever it might be, you swap that band over to the other hand, and you can keep doing it until you get to a point where you go, okay, I got it, got my lesson there. All right, so let's see what comes through. The other words that were coming through were all about the will and the ego. I think there's a lot of fire energy coming through this week, massive. I'm not sure if Mercury is retrograde at all. I'm not quite sure on that aspect, but I don't know. I just feel like there could be a lot of anger spilling out, a lot of fire. So be very, very mindful of all of that. All right, so can we please have some cards for the week of the 5th to the 11th of September, please, and thank you. And I'm not sure that the cards, I'm going to just pull a card to start, okay. All right, and what's really interesting, you know, here I am talking about that fire energy. Well, when we look at this icosahedron, what are we looking at? We're looking at the element of water. So water puts out fire. That is really, really apt, okay? This is about the nurturing of self. This is about, for some, it's really about coming back into that feminine aspect of ourselves, and really bringing that forward, that beauty, that calm, the tranquility, the love, you know, anything that you may associate with that more feminine aspect at this point. But the other thing is what's really, really beautiful, and it's something I was talking to my niece about last night, is that, you know, every time we have to go through, you know, we go through our birth, death, rebirth, we're coming through the element of water. So to be reborn, we need to come through water. So water is very nurturing. I highly recommend, you know, going for a swim in the ocean or a lake, any pool of water that may be around you, or hopping in a bathtub. I specifically love my baths with magnesium, bicarb, and I usually put geranium or some lemon eucalyptus in my bath, so whatever I'm feeling at the time. Today I put on geranium because I just feel I need that more nurturing aspect for self, that love, and stepping into more that feminine, you know, the feminine power for me. But water will work beautifully this week. Water works beautifully any week. And water stores memory. How's that? You know, and our bodies really are over 70% water. All right, can I have another couple of cards, please? I think I'm going to have to just pull them. Believe and have faith. So what we're seeing, we're coming into that heart aspect as well. But if you're finding things are really, really tough at the moment, if you're, you know, if you're finding it really hard to get above and get on top of things that are happening within your life, it's really important to believe. It's really important to have faith, and, you know, to manifest what it is that you truly want within your life now. It's about, you know, actually being able to well, when we're believing in it, we're seeing it, we're smelling it, we're knowing it, we know the colors of it. There are we're feeling every aspect of what it is about. And it is going to be very different for everyone. It's about coming into our heart space as well. And it's about nurturing, it's about the belief system, it's about love. You know, we're coming into this heart aspect, and the strongest frequency that we can work with is love. Okay, it's at this point we're putting away the fear, we're putting away the anger. The mind games need to all stop, and we're coming back to self. Okay, coming back to self. This is about coming back to you and nurturing every aspect of you. And look at this, it's a 333. So you've got a 33, okay, here for believe, a 21 for the icosahedron. 1 + 2 is a 3. So you've got a 333. That is expansion on every level. That is beautiful. All right. Now, can I have another card? Are we going to fly out or... Oh, no, that's going to be too many. Let's get another card going. I'm going to pull it here. Balance. All right. Very important to make sure that we are balanced, okay? It can also mean, well, considering we're now in Virgo, the next star sign is actually Libra. So if there is something that, you know, you're waiting for to happen. It may be that it's coming and it's very, very close. So when you have the believe and have faith card, okay, that something hasn't quite happened yet, you may be finding that it's coming. But we are balancing every aspect of who we are, but also knowing that because the scales are the sign of Libra, it could be that within the next 2 months, you know, just let's say 2 months because that's what came, and within that time frame coming into Libra, there's something coming and happening for you. Wow, okay, way too many cards. Alright, I'm just gonna move those and then I'll take a photo of it later anyway. 3 more cards. I just wanted to take 3 more cards. I'm just gonna pull them. Alright, I saw this actually, it had come out. It's all about working on ourselves, relationships with ourselves, and then the relationship with others. So this week, you know, with what is coming through this, you know, the part of the aspects of mind control are the aspects, you know, of that gaslighting. Might be that it's, you know, it's the damage that we have also had from those around us, and it's really damaged, you know, that relationship of self. It's damaged, you know, it's really put I don't know, I keep using the word damage, but it's maybe that, you know, it's really split a relationship. I guess I'm seeing like the 3 of hearts, a 3 of swords, like in tarot deck, and you have the 3 swords going through the heart. There's a lot of damage and there's repair that needs to be made. Now, not all relationships are there to be repaired because some of them are there for lessons. And if we don't learn our lessons seriously, you're going to keep learning the same shit over and over and again until you finally get your lesson. And I really hope that, you know, that happens for all, that we get what we're here to learn so that we can move forward. And it's now about here repairing our relationship with self and relationship to others, okay? I'm going to take one more here. Whilst you are, so these are solfeggio frequencies, all right? These are the purest of tones. This is the 174. The 174 can work 2 ways. It can work as an anesthetic effect. So, you know, if you're in pain, the 174 frequency is a beautiful frequency to be working with. But the other thing with this is about releasing people, not only just releasing people from our lives, but it's releasing all that no longer serves us, and we really, really need to do that. The noise you're hearing in the background too is my dog chewing on a bone. So this would be really beautiful with Ho'oponopono, the Hawaiian mantra. I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you. First and foremost, we're doing it to ourselves, and it's then to others that we are forgiving and that we are letting go of. Because if we continue living in our past, we continue living in the trauma, okay? And for many people, a lot of that involved a lot of gaslighting as well, okay? A lot of it was mind games. Really, it's no more. It's like, okay, I need to let this go. The ego holds on to this, to these emotions and to these feelings and to the guilt. And it's like, stop, you know, you've got to let that go. It's no more. And as we're letting go, okay, we're grounding and reconnecting ourselves into this divine world, you know, this earth. I mean, really, it is beautiful. It has been totally, you know, it's what we can bring back to and what we make of it now. And each one of us, as we put in the work for ourselves, and work on planting the seeds and creating the growth for ourselves, okay? We're grounding and anchoring, you know, it's what we then ricochet off onto for others to be able to enjoy, and it becomes a domino effect. So a really beautiful card again, all right? And the bottom of the deck is the fruit of life. So really, this is about us now. This is about what we're here to be learning on all levels of self. It's going really deep within ourselves, and it's going through the 13 spheres of transformation, 13 spheres of knowledge. And again, it comes back, interestingly enough, to the feminine aspect, because when we're working with circles, we're working with the feminine divine. When we're working with lines, we're working with the masculine energy. So this is the stage before Metatron's cube, but this is you doing the work on self. But it's also letting you know that maybe what you're looking for is a new pathway. Maybe you need a new course. Maybe you need a different job. Maybe you want to get into something totally different than what you have been doing now, because there is another calling for you right now. And there are a number of people that are really, really feeling this. And when we truly honor where we are meant to be and who we are, and we're able to drown out the rest of the bullshit that that may be around us, this is when you're fully aligned to who you are and where you're meant to be. And you won't take on all that mind control. You won't take on that gaslighting that is occurring, because you are coming away from those lower chakras and you're coming up and you're working at those higher levels, where you will be coming from a totally different aspect of frequency and understanding, and you don't allow it to put you out of balance. Okay, so this is a really beautiful reading. I love how the cards come out, and I love how it all comes together. So as always, take care of yourself. Looking forward to speaking with you next week. I may come on and do another reading at some point. I still will do another workshop on my cards, but I'm actually heading overseas next month, and I've just moved house and still just organizing myself. So I'm just doing a few things that need to come first on a personal level, and then I'm going to come back into whatever it needs to be on reading, to working with the cards and learning a little bit more about sacred geometry. So I will keep you posted. All right, have a wonderful week, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.